today I have an NU match, and it was in the first round of a tournament. This guy, I thought his team looked pretty good from the start. I was like, wow, he has a lot of diverse types. I don't know, he has the Wheezing, the double levitate, so it's going to be hard for Torterra. He has Toxic Spikes and Hail. It just looks like crazy, so I didn't know what to lead with. I was just like, I don't even remember what I led with. I think I led with Sneasel just in case he led with Rotom or this thing. I think that's what I led with at least. No, not Sneasel. It wasn't Sneasel. It was Heliolisk. I don't know. It's because he has nothing to block the Volt Switch. That's right. So I'm going to Volt Switch out going to Zatu just to block the rocks, but he ends up going for Earth Power, so that works out really well because he could have gone for the Blizzard right there. That would have been a whole lot worse. I'm just going to U-turn out and go into Sneasel to take the Ice move because I don't have anything to take an Ice move very well. You could probably freeze dry the Slowbro. Interesting to me, he directly switches out in a Druddigon instead of going for attack behind the sub. I don't know exactly why he did that, but I forgot that Druddigon has Mold Breaker, and so he's able to set up the Stealth Rocks, even though I switch into Zatu to block them. So yeah, and it sucks that the Hail ends on this turn, because his Druddigon would have died, and I would have been in Heliolisk, and that would have been an excellent position, but he lived, so I just have to switch out, and I went into Diancie because he doesn't have anything besides Blastoise to take that on too well, and I'm just going to stay in and Moonblast that, try to see what he wants to go for. I didn't think he wanted to go for the Water move because I have the Heliolisk. I'm going to go into it now just in case he did want to go for the Water move. But yeah, so I get the good switch in versus Weezing. He stays in, interestingly enough. I'm going to go into Zatu to block the Toxic Spikes. But he just goes straight for the Sludge Bomb, so good play on his part. He doesn't get the poison. And interestingly, he switches out. I would have kept going for the thing. I don't know if I've showed him Nightshade or not. I have showed him Nightshade, so yeah, so he could have gone for another one for sure. But maybe he wanted to keep his Weezing. Anyways, I'm going to switch into Slowbro to try and counter this. I'm just going to Toxic whatever wants to switch in. I know he's not going to go into Weezing versus that switch. So I go into Torterra to take the electric move, and it does work. I was thinking since he showed me Charge Beam, he might be HP Ice for some reason. I was just thinking Bolt Beam. I've never seen a Charge Beam Rotom. I don't want to take the risk. So I just switched in Diancie to take the HP Ice. That was my thinking right there. And I'm going to go into Zatu to die blocking the Toxic Spikes. That was my mentality. So I'm just going to stick the Thunderbolt just in case he wants to stay in. And because of that damage right there, I was like, oh my god, this is AV Incineroar. For some reason, that's what clicked in my head. But let me tell you, this is standard damage for the standard Incineroar set, which is not Assault Vest. It's a I Appleberry or whatever, I Poppleberry, whatever the heck it's called. But, yeah, so Incineroar is just that bulky, because that took that Specs Thunderbolt very well, I think at least. He predicts my switch into Diancie very nicely. Goes into the Iron Head when I'm going to predict or resist both of his stabs. So that's great coverage. I'm going to Stealth Rock. I know he's not going to stay in versus Earthquake. He has two things with Levitate. I'm just going to stay in with Torterra. I don't want anything else to take a Sludge Bomb. He's going to get up 2 layers of Toxic Spike, so he's pretty much going to win the game, it seems like. Just because he has so many more Pokemon left than me. And he does have the Pain Split. I thought he was going to have the Pain Split. But I get the crit, so he's going to be able to take me out before I take him out. And, yeah, so he's sitting at 10%, so I could kill him with anything, but not Slowbro. I had to go into one of the two things that were faster than him. So I'm just going to stick the knockoff as it's a strong move. But unfortunately, he does have the Incineroar, so it kind of sucks that I had to waste 50% of my health, or almost 50% of my health, just killing that Weezing with 10%. So that does kind of suck. I have to go into Slowbro now to face the Incineroar. I don't have to, and it probably would have died if he just went for knockoff. But either way, he goes into Rotom, and I don't really have a good switch in. So I'm just going to stay in and die, and hope the Incineroar gets worn down. I'm going to go into Sneasel now. I could have gone for the Pursuit right here, but I just decided to go for the knockoff to try and get the most damage on anything, and it really does nothing at all to the Incineroar. Yeah, because he already showed me the I Appleberry. I didn't even realize it. At some point, he used that, I believe. And, yeah, he goes into Blastoise, which is weird because I just go into Heliolisk, and I'm going to stick the Thunderbolt. And so, look at this. Heliolisk sweeps the rest of his team from this point, unless he's some weird Rotom set. But after Rocks, this cleanly kills Rotom. This kills everything. So what he should have done, which I'll give you a spoiler right here. He didn't do it. He should have gone into Aurorus instead of Incineroar right there and set up the Hail, or even right here. He should have just at some point gone into Incineroars, but he forgot about the Hail, and he never set it up. Look, he sets it up now, but it's just too little too late because I'm going to be able to kill him. The Hail does stack up and the Toxic stacks up, but it's just that little bit of damage, and as you can see, 1 or 2 more Hail turns would have definitely been able to take me out. Or we'll say 1 more, but I think, yeah, Hail definitely would have won him that game. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I should have lost this game, but Heliolisk was able to clean up the rest of his team with no ground resist at all. I wonder what he really has as his Heliolisk counter. Maybe I guess it's just Incineroar, Rotom, or Drotagon, something like that. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this one. I'm going to switch Sneasel because Sneasel's just hard countered by Incineroar, and Incineroar's everywhere, so Sneasel's coming off the team. Hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.